Hey everyone, so I mentioned a couple weeks ago in a video about a rumor that Michael Giacchino would be the composer for the upcoming show Skeleton Crew. Well, it turns out that that wasn't quite true, as rumors often aren't. But we do know now that the composer for Skeleton Crew is going to be Mick Giacchino, the son of that very same composer. And this won't be the first time that we have a father and offspring duo who have both scored music for Star Wars. Joseph Williams, the son of John Williams, composed Laptee Nek and other music for Return of the Jedi. And we all know by now about the success of Kevin Kiner and his children Sean and Deanna working with him on Star Wars projects. So this is just another chapter in a tradition of family in Star Wars. Now, Mick is still young when compared to film composers such as his dad and John Williams, so it's a little bit more difficult to quantify his style. His two most notable work examples are Muppets Mayhem and The Penguin, which are two completely different styles of music and, well, everything. Muppets Mayhem focuses on rock-centric music and concepts that will be friendly even to young audiences. Notably, Mick's music tends to be more brass-heavy than other music by other composers on the show, and this was one of the things that I enjoyed most about the score by his father for Rogue One as well. Michael knew how to write for brass and wasn't afraid to, just like what we saw from him in The Incredibles as well. Mick seems to be following in a similar pedigree in familiarity and comfortability to brass. And the reason that this really excited me is that Williams made Star Wars music pop, in large part due to his orchestrations and specifically his heavy use of brass. So I'm already confident that this is a composer that can give us that Star Wars kind of feeling with the music. The Penguin, on the other hand, which I haven't actually seen because I don't have HBO, tends to use orchestral music that leans heavily on string swells and more intimate sounds. You can still hear strong influences of jazz rhythms and feelings throughout a lot of the music though as well. But when listening to the soundtrack, I was surprised to not actually get more brass for the music. Giacchino does demonstrate his ability to stick with themes and small ideas for the music though, as we hear recurring rhythmic and melodic themes. And to me, this is quintessential to Star Wars no matter what genre the music becomes. It must always adhere to the concept of leitmotifs and character development in the music in order to honor the tradition of being Star Wars music. But ultimately, I don't know what to expect from Mick Giacchino for the Skeleton Crew score. I'm excited and curious, and I was really optimistic from something that he said to StarWars.com. I wanted to ensure that this was a show where you get to really put yourself in these characters' shoes, because most of us grew up with Star Wars and our dreams were to be those kids and blast off on some adventure. I'm still pinching myself about this. It's so exciting. I love that he's approaching this like a kid, because I can tell you that any good composer or artist has to have an element of being a kid to them, a certain excitement about their craft that is unstoppable in order to be great. Mick seems to have this, and I'm going to guess that this will be a defining moment in his career. But it's also good to see him talking like this, considering this is in many respects a kids show about kids in Star Wars. You have to be able to relate to that in order to write for it. I hope you'll all join me on December 3rd to see what Mick Giacchino has planned for this score and what Skeleton Crew has in store for us. And I absolutely would love to know what you think. Are you excited for Skeleton Crew? Do you know the music from The Penguin or Muppets? And if so, what do you think of it? Are you excited for Mick Giacchino to be scoring this show? Tell me in the comments below what you think, and consider checking out my Patreon page using the link in the description, where you can help support this channel for as little as $1 a month, or download PDFs and MP3s of projects as I complete them, along with other perks at higher tiers. Please don't forget to like this video and subscribe to learn more about the music of a galaxy far, far away, and as always, may the be with you.